how does one know if they're getting close to burnout?
I mean, this is really sort of an individual check-in, right? Because it can look really different for people, especially like across gender. So women have a higher propensity for burnout because of something called corticotropin factor, right? So when we have a nervous system response and we are dysregulated, we have a tendency to, it takes us longer to metabolize those hormones, so we stay dysregulated a little bit longer. So it can really look different for different folks, but sometimes it looks like we have extreme negativism or cynicism for our work. Like the parts that we used to love, we're just like, really cynical about. It can often look like we feel less connected to our coworkers, our clients, or other constituents, like we have no patience for them.
Okay.
It can look like extreme fatigue, body signals, like digestive issues, brain fog, things like that. But the things that we used to love and get excited about, particularly around our work, that we're just feeling really distant from, and we're having a hard time kind of like finding our mojo and getting started, right? Of like a lot of the clients that I worked with that had burnout, they would get to work and they would just have such a hard time getting started because they didn't feel connected to that why anymore, and there was a real physical impact of it.
So if someone is feeling any of those things, what is the very first thing they should do? I know I said the last question was my last question, but this for real is my last question.
Yeah, I love that. I think take a pause if you can, right? Like sometimes we can't take a sabbatical from work, and that's not what I'm saying. But Brene Brown talks about the transformative power of space, because between the stimuli and the response, if we take a pause, the response that we can have can be that much more conscious and considered. And so just taking a pause and noticing, okay, I'm feeling this way, right? Then maybe asking yourself why, maybe the 5 whys to get underneath it. And then asking yourself, what would allow you to feel more whole, full, and nourished and reconnected? Maybe it is time off. Maybe it is talking to your manager about figuring out how to work more in your zone of genius. Maybe it is, changing careers, right? We don't know the answer to that, but I think starting by taking that pause, deciding how you're going to move through and asking yourself some whys is going to give you the right next step.